Gabriel Craft, Audio Memoir Part 10. I have recounted how I was forced to help Oberfuhrer von List and his De Wahrheit battalion. We are almost at the end of my tale. Those final days before von List first raised the dead were a terrifying blur. Mass graves exhumed, piles of bodies choking the streets. And all through it, von List was talking to himself in the next room. Except I knew he was not alone. The thing that took root in him, the demon lord that empowered and advised him, I knew it was twisting what remained of his soul. I distracted myself by rereading that final letter from Sasha. But it was so cold, so formal. Somehow, they had extinguished my spouse's inner warmth. And now, they would do the same to the world. My only hope was that my distress call would be answered. I did not know if anyone received it, or if they would bother to respond. But, even then, my new allies were on their way. There would be a reckoning. Craft, Memoir entry number 11. On the day he finally raised the dead, von List paid me a visit. He came to my little room wearing his dress uniform, coat draped around his shoulders. You would have thought he was going to dinner with his vile Führer. He seemed giddy. The big moment was upon us, his troops waiting outside by heaps of frozen corpses. So I summoned what little courage I have and asked if he had come to kill me. He looked at me the way one might look at a pet, then reached out from under his coat. I saw he was holding a blank notebook. He wanted me at my window, recording the moment. He would let me live to see the hell I helped him unleash. He was amused by how that sickened me. And so, I watched him march out among his men and raise his arms. I saw the containment spell go up. I watched the wretched dead awaken. I thought all was lost. And then, my radio crackled. It was my new allies, who had gotten in just before the red curtain of runes cut off the city from the outside world. And once again, hope entered my heart. Professor Gabriel Craft, entry 12. I shall never forget the moment I first saw the Allied soldiers who responded to my distress call. They had reached Stalingrad just before Cortifex's rune magic sealed off the city. But my would-be rescuers were trapped with an army of revenants. I realized immediately that there was only one way to help them. Von List had used the scepter of Cortifex to gain his power, but I still had 4 other artifacts in a crate. I guided the squad of Allied soldiers closer to my location, careful to skirt areas where I knew there were De Wahrheit troops. With a rope, I lowered the artifact crate down to them. I told them it held munitions that could stop von List. When they laid hands on the objects inside, I heard them cry out in surprise. I knew that feeling, having briefly bonded with Bellica myself. I then explained to these soldiers about their new demonic partners, and thus began our desperate alliance. I feel as though these men and women have come to trust me. I only hope when this is over, they will forgive me.
Human. Is that what you seedlings call yourselves? You are a strange sight indeed, though not entirely displeasing. By all rights, I should not be here. Your world is none of my concern, and neither should you be. From what I gather, I spent most of your species' existence in the wilds of the dark ether, communing with the web of life. Or what remained of it, after Cortifex's armies left a wasteland in their tracks. Cortifex the Deathless. He slaughtered my clan. Once we ranged across the dark ether. Now I am all that is left. Verkana, the last. The rage and sorrow of so many lost loved ones. It echoes through my bones. So much slaughter. A debt in blood, demanding to be paid. I thought Belikar and I gained some vengeance when the Deathless One was banished. But still, he has lived on. So when her messengers began reaching my world, offering a chance to truly settle the score, well... I am Verkana the Last. I am here to end Cortifex, to bring death to the Deathless. And if it takes human help to do so, then let us get to it.
Oberführer von List, to all die Wahrheit personnel. We have lost contact with our unit in the Egyptian desert. It appears something went wrong when they set off demolition charges in the chamber where we found the scepter of Cortifex. This mission was to prevent Professor Kraft and his allies from discovering the circumstances of Cortifex's imprisonment in that temple. Instead, upon detonation, every radio at the site went dark, including those in vehicles well outside the blast radius. This was 36 hours ago. Since the task force is yet to make contact, all are presumed dead. Kraft and his soldiers were still trapped in Stalingrad as this incident unfolded. This raises the possibility that someone else is now working to subvert die Wahrheit's mission. We are working to ascertain what really transpired at our desert operations site. Until then, remain vigilant.
See those crystals everywhere. This oasis holds secrets, and perhaps the key to stopping von List.
Remember that page from the Tome of Rituals? The one locked in a void spot. It may be your key to victory. Win my trust feelings, and I'll help you obtain it. Understood?
More homework?
Von List is experimenting with a new method to raise more revenants.
They are growing their army of death. This cannot be allowed.
Well, my allies, we finally made it. Thanks to our new friend Verkana, you've escaped the containment spell Cortifex erected around Stalingrad. Of course, this deep in the Egyptian desert, we have no radio contact with Allied forces. We must still fight von List on our own. But our odds have improved. I believe we are close to finding a means of separating von List from Cortifex, denying the Wahrheit the means to raise their undead army. You see, this is the site where they found the scepter of Cortifex. It appears to hold continued significance to von List's plans. That oasis and the small settlement around it is traded hands between Allied and Axis forces. But the true battle begins now. It's us, Belikar and I, have been discussing that Tome of Rituals page you saw at Shinonuma. Secured by the Void Spell and its energy anchors, we believe it details how demonic artifacts work, how they maintain the symbiosis between a human and a dark ether entity. Quite possibly, how to sever that bond. Just imagine, cutting the cord between Cortifex and Von List. That, my friends, is now our mission. The tome page just might put an end to this entire unholy affair.
This is Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List to all troops of Kampfgruppe Die Wahrheit. The Allied soldiers gathered by the traitor Kraft have escaped Cortifex's containment spell. We think they may be at our remote operations post in Egypt, but are unable to confirm this as we lost contact with our personnel on site. I have also reason to believe they have been joined by another of Cortifex's foes from the Dark Ether. Her name is Verkanna. She possesses healing powers that can make the Allied Shriner particularly hard to kill. I should like to get a better sense of what this Verkanna brings to the battle. But if nothing else, I want to know what happened at the Egypt site, and if they had anything to do with it. Should this be the case, it is only one of many reasons I want them exterminated. Their trespass and interference must not be allowed to continue.
The ceremony is brief. Disrupt it until their time runs out.
Once charged, a siphon core spawns a flood of death. Keep them away from the siphon. Enough sacrifices will open a rift.
You got too close. Say goodbye to your brains, Wiedergänger.
You have another chance to stop them. Now move!
Not me, Wiedergänger. Not me. I always get the last word.
One more siphon core charging. Soon. Die Wahrheit wins.
Headshots in photography class were never like this. Fighting my own countrymen.
Your efforts were fruitful.
Can't leave that just lying there.
It seems Von List must wait even longer for his undead army.
A blow against the Nazi is a victory for life itself.
Synopsis. This plan we are considering, separating Cortifex from Von List, I sense it disturbs you. Come on, Bellica. You really worried about my feelings? Or that I might somehow foul up your scheme? You seldom speak of it, but you are the only one of us ever forced back into their artifact by an external power. I don't want to talk about that. Look, I know we are not friends. You do not value friendship. Not true. I've lost count of all the human friends I've made. And discarded. Those friendships are all too brief. That's the problem with immortality. Every other immortal just becomes a pain in the ass. Present company not excluded. Well, what we are aiming for with Quartifex is different than what happened to you. We want to force him back into his scepter, then cast him out with no human to host him. We can do that? It depends what is on that page Von List was so desperate to protect. And then what? Would it kill Quartifex? Or simply unleash him? Well, we may not be friends, but at least we're asking the same questions.
Another success, another barrier falls.
Is that the Decimator's shield? But I thought it was lost long ago in the Dark Ether.
I found it in the wilds, Invictor, and brought it here. Examine it, and you will see it lies dormant. Alas, the crystals contaminating this area have locked it in place. Oh, 4 crystals must be shattered to release the Decimator, but they are currently unbreakable. There is a way to weaken those crystals, but the Decimator could be dangerous in the wrong hands. And you have yet to prove yourselves worthy.
Continue with your usual duties, my allies. Verkana will come to trust you as I have.
Once again, it falls to me.
Go on the attack. Invicta will guide you.
Seek and destroy.
Kraft and his troublemakers have a new ally. Tell me, Cortifex, what exactly are we up against?
Her name is Verkana. Verkana the Last.
Not a very flattering title.
She is the last of her clan. I saw to that.
And what did her clan do to deserve that fate?
They told me to stop my armies from raising their precious wilds. No one tells me what to do.
And these Dark Ether clans, is this why you all look so different?
Indeed. Some, like Invictors, formed the backbone of my armies. Some, like Bellicars, focused on studies and rune magic. Verkana's people were hermits, They dwelt in the wilds, communing with their so-called web of life.
And when they asked you to honor their home, they discovered you are not a nature lover. So, why is this Vercanna still alive? Why did you not finish the job?
At the time, we did not understand how their cursed life web worked, how it linked them together. When one died, their life energy passed to the others. The power of an entire clan now resides in Vercanna. She may be impossible to kill.
Well, if there is a way, we damn well better find it.
Vacant the Oberfuhrer's army. Kill every revenant you see.
I'll keep you there until my strength gives out.
Rise, revenants! Dinner is served.
Always aim for the sun.
Insta-kill.
Yours for the taking.
Back to the grave, you rotting bastards!
One of these times you will bite off more than you can chew.
That will do, mortals. That will do.
Von List will not forgive this. Then again, to hell with him.
Vercanna, we should talk.
No need. I know you left the Sisters of Agony before they hunted down my clan.
Okay. Good. That's a relief. I didn't want to have to look over my shoulder for you all the time.
Is that not how you have always lived? Unsure who or what might be pursuing you?
Well, I wouldn't put it that way.
No, you would make a joke and focus on your playthings and never admit how little you know about who you were before your time with the Sisters.
You know about that. But you've been hiding in the wild since anyone can remember.
I kept to myself, but I watched. I listened. I was actually proud of you when you turned against Cortifex and struck out on your own.
Do you remember me joining the Sisters? What was the story there?
It's a tale for another time, when you are ready to hear it. For now, just know that Cortifex named you the Shadow for a reason.
A new area opens up. Truly, I am lucky such brave souls fight on my behalf.
Seedling soldiers, I have seen enough. You are indeed worthy of wielding the Decimator shield. There is a speaking stone near the green fountain. Find it that we may discuss our next steps.
Barry, Special Forces. I am anxious to hear what Verkana has to say. Don't forget,
I guess I have
Altus
been
covenants
confused.
improve every time you return.
Spend it.
Hi there! Have you no manners? For me? Aw, they shouldn't have.
I must know its secrets.
The things I do for love.
When I found the Decimator, discarded and forgotten in the wilds of the Dark Ether, his inner flame had dwindled to an ember. He was once a soldier, cruel and exalted, but Cortifex cursed him, trapping his spirit within his own shield. Finding him in such a wretched state made my heart swell with pity.
Seriously, Volcana, I will never understand this need to, what is it my playthings call it? Ah, yes, to forgive.
Whatever you wish to call it. When I saw these seedlings try and fail to obtain that tome page, I saw an opportunity. A chance for the Decimator to achieve something Sir Axis may be more familiar with.
Let me guess, redemption.
You are not as hopeless as I once thought, Sir Axis. Thus, I sent the Decimator here to be claimed by these humans. But those crystals are in our way.
I think I know why. Cortifex uses augmentor worms to boost his power. I sensed their corruption in those 4 crystal locks.
Then to weaken those locks, we must purge more augmenters.
Precisely. I shall open a portal and...
Whoa there, Conqueror Guy. I'm actually starting to give a damn how this turns out. Let me take the wheel this time. You up for this, playthings?
Yeah, I get it.
They have a problem. Augmenters are corrupting our foothold into Dark Ether. Capture control runes to purge the augmenters lurking beneath them.
Cortifex, I try to be a patient man. But time is a luxury in very short supply right now.
Meaning?
Meaning, you promised me an army of millions. Yet here we are, still amassing power so you can make good on our bargain.
Our bargain, yes. I help you win your war, then you release me back to the Dark Ether. Nothing has changed in our arrangement.
Except you make such little progress on the first half of the deal.
Mind your tone, mortal. What you ask is proving more difficult than anticipated, but it can be done. It is merely a question of bringing more power from the Dark Ether into your world. Thus, I summoned Zabala and brought my augmentors. I am even utilizing void magic, all to accomplish your ends, Wolfram.
Yes, well, much more of your world spills into mine, soon I won't have to send you home. You will already be there.
Come now, Wolfram. I will take it all with me when the time comes to reclaim my throne. This ball of dust is not what I am after. I leave that all to you.
Very well. But I cannot wait forever.
I will do what I can to protect you here, but you must watch your step.
I call this greatest boom shrines. Emphasis on the boom.
Still a pain in my neck, Syraxis. I'll speak to you about that.
Right in the eye. Ouch.
Mark my words. Your efforts shall be in vain.
You get to charge after these ones, Constanze? Reason enough to get rid of them.
So you're after the Decimator, are you? Such weapons are not for mortal hands.
That's right, you deathless wonder. We're freeing that shield and sticking it right up your ass.
Just lay your head down. Oh, you don't have one.
I think that's what you mortals call a win. Actually, we call it that too.
Success! The Decimator is yours to take. Huh. Feels good, doesn't it?
Let's go release the Decimator. It should liven things up.
Excellent work. Our horizons have broadened. You see? Without the augmenters to empower them, the crystal locks have cracked.
Break them completely, and the Decimator's shield will be free.
I took the weight off your shoulders. The sooner they're all dead, the sooner I go home.
This armor, max ammo.
That will keep them at bay.
At this stage left, all of you.
Well done. But it seems the shield remains...
Dormant, Professor.
His spark of life is barely detectable to me. Fanning it to a flame will take further heroics from our seedling friends.
Find the speaking stone near the yellow fountain. I would hear what their canon has in mind. Is that clear, soldiers?
Very well. I'll start on that.
The ceremony is about to begin. Revenants sacrificed to dark ether siphon cores.
Watered with revenant blood, siphon cores yield bitter fruit.
Oh, craft. Once your allies fall, I shall spawn countless undead soldiers.
Such a waste of life energy. The blood right and the Nazi seedling. It has begun. The revenants gather at that siphon core. Kill them quickly. Keep them away from the siphon core. Enough sacrifices will open a rift.
I guess gamma cleaning actually paid off.
Effective, selective, and most protective.
Watch the body!
The sacrifices continue. End it now.
Oberführer! Send some more!
You are running out of chances.
Out like a cannon!
Smite them and fill you up.
Thanks for the warning! Fire!
You must only slow them down a little longer.
The 1000-year Reich ends here! I am not the one to mess with!
You shut them down, little ones.
I expected nothing less, so I did worry there for a bit.
It seems I choose my allies more wisely than court effects.
Exfil is available, once you've done enough. Listen to me, saying exfil.
I won't look them when this is over! You're done!
welcome in battle. More power. Use it judiciously. Our strength is yours.
Come on, people! Try to keep up with me!
Well, Verkana, how do you think we can wake up the Decimator?
Cortifex has revived an ancient blood rite to increase his powers. His puppets sacrifice themselves to siphon cores that collect their essence. Once they drink their fill, the cores open rifts, unleashing more revenants than they consumed.
Yes, we've all seen it. Get to the point. At ease, Destroyer. I think I see where this is going.
As do I. There is a strong exchange of life energy in such a process, and Verkana commands life energy.
That's right, Belikar. We must find Cortifex's siphon cores and turn that blood rite to suit our purposes.
You guys done flapping your gums? Let's give the Decimator an eye-opening experience. What do you say?
Now is as good a time as any. Seedlings, are you ready?
My to-do list keeps getting longer.
Keep them off those siphon cores, and the shield will steal their power. More and more revenants will sprout like weeds if we do not stop them.
Cortifex, kindly tell your lackey not to crowd me. It is distracting.
Tell me yourself, Red Blood. No need to trouble my lord if I intimidate you. And it's not you I am drawn to. It is he who resides in your unworthy flesh.
Zapala, keep a civil tongue. You are here to help him as much as to help me.
Precisely. Though there is something else troubling me. Why does she look so much like that mad demon helping the enemy?
Syraxis? What do you expect? She's my sister.
I beg your pardon?
She refers to the Sisters of Agony. There are always 5 of them. Should one fall, I choose a replacement from the Dark Ether clans and alter her to match the others.
I see. You do that if one falls, but not if one betrays you?
That human scholar betrayed you, Wolfram. We all have our disappointments.
Don't worry, Wolfie. She'll be dead soon. And then you'll only have my pretty faces to worry about. Is that the Decimator shield? I see what you're up to, Verkana. It won't work. Zabala the Deceiver is about to teach you something the Decimator learned a long time ago. Never cross Lord Cortifex! Revenants! Start the blood rite!
That one killed my people. Pull her up by the roots.
Back to the grave, you rotting bastard!
Another siphon core is charging up.
Sit left! All of you!
I told the big ones, stir the fingers. They know how to shoot.
Hey, the gamma cleaning actually paid off! Fuck you, Swamp Speaker!
Hold out. They must stop this soon.
Paint the walls with their brains! Here I am, still fighting my own countrymen. The 1000-year right ends here!
You've won more than a battle. You've restored the destiny.
Well done, Special Forces. And what of the shield, Vakala?
The Decimator is almost restored. We return for his awakening.
Oberführer Wolfram von List to all troops of Kampfgruppe die Wahrheit. By now, many of you have seen our new ally from the Dark Ether supporting field operations. Her name is Sabala the Deceiver. She is one of a team of elite assassins, handpicked by Cortifex thousands of years ago. She brings to us a variety of abilities. They should prove instrumental in eradicating the soldiers working with Professor Kraft. These include her Dark Ether energy strikes, and her ability to create duplicates of herself. Her long history with the Dark Ether entities assisting Kraft means she knows their secrets, their tactics. She can get under their skin in ways we cannot. In short,
Stay out of my way. I'll kill your enemies if it pleases Lord Cortifex. But I don't much care which uniform you Red Bloods wear.
Cortifex, keep your pet on a shorter leash while I am addressing my men.
Shorter leash? We Sisters of Agony operate just as our Creator intended. Whatever I do, assume it is sanctioned by my Lord, and be thankful we're on your side.
What? What is happening? Can it be? Am I returned to the waking world? The Decimator lives again! Whoever you are, I am in your debt. I pledge my unyielding fealty and my thunderous wrath. For surely you are aligned against dread Cortifex. He who cursed me, Decimator, will aid your quest. Let us go to battle!
And now we have yet another ally in our lonely little war.
Equip yourselves with the Decimator, my pupils. After all, we got it for a reason. Now you are finally ready to retrieve the tome page we saw you in that void spell. Verkana, I assume the Decimator can sever void energy anchors.
He can now. But let's chat strategy before the seedlings jump back into what was an unwinnable battle. Will you go to the Speaking Stone near the Blue Fountain, little humans?
Jawohl! I can do that!
Your weapon thirsts for power. I can respect that.
I never want to hear that sound again!
comes cheap.
I am putting on a show. Come on, people! Try to keep up with me.
Max ammo.
Our cup runneth over.
But it will soon be over.
See what happens when you come at me? Oberführer, send some more. The sooner they're all dead, the sooner I go home. Come on, people! Try to keep up with me.
Max armor.
Good. I want you protected.
Go, Visnorticus. Cleanse the control rooms in the dark ether.
So long am I dormant. I am at your service, warrior.
Will play your part.
Greetings, warrior. My name is... well, I don't remember. Just call me Decimator. Everyone does. How I came by that name is the story of my rise and fall. I was once a commander of the Night Legions. Cortifex was my lord and master. And I made certain his troops delivered nothing short of victory. The slightest failure, I would decimate their ranks. Hence the name. This won me no love from the troops, but I cared only for winning battles. And then the clans rose up against Cortifex, and when we faced their gathered forces, for the first time in anyone's memory, the Night Legions lost. Cortifex was furious, but rather than decimate all of us, he singled me out. He cursed me, made me one with my own shield, trapped for eternity, cast aside like garbage. I lived on only as a cautionary tale for those who would fail the Deathless One. But now I have you. This is my chance to rise again and show my former master that I am not garbage!
Nauticus the traitor, once again you dare defy me.
Crazy little shit.
You will have to fight for every inch of ground here. Another controlling god. Damn you! The secret effects.
enemies arrive to protect the control runes!
Cortifex's weapons are dispelled to the dark ether. I salute you.
I worry those worms are polluting our world. Did you succeed?
It is always a pleasure denying Cortifex what he wants.
Quite a change, is it not? To trade the numbing cold of Stalingrad for the blistering heat of the desert. Well, at least Cortifex's barrier spell no longer hems you in. And you know whom we have to thank for our new area of operations. Verkana the Last. Elemental nature spirit of the dark ether dimension. She showed us the way here. When we first began sending messages to the dark ether, we were unsure who would receive them. But Bellicar hoped it would be a certain someone with whom she once joined forces before. We are fortunate indeed Verkana answered the call. She certainly has reason enough to oppose Cortifex. But that story is hers to tell. What is increasingly clear is that we shall need even more help from the other side to succeed against Von List. We have your new friend, the Decimator, and even a beachhead, so to speak, in the dark ether itself. We are closer than ever to denying Von List his otherworldly power. Let us stay on mission and committed to victory.
Hail, warriors! The Decimator salutes you! I am grateful to once again see battle, but there are things we must discuss. I refer to the blood rituals you've witnessed. You know what I mean. Those sacrificial siphon cores the revenants gather round as their very essence is drawn from them. Long has it been since blood magic was in use. How I prayed I would never see those siphon cores again. If Cortifex is using them now, it means he grows desperate. But a foe is never more dangerous than when their back is to the wall. The siphon cores were created to amplify his power. You've seen it done, yes? Revenants give their lifeblood to charge one up. Then a rift opens, a hellmouth from which spews even more enemies. Work swiftly to prevent their sacrifice. Deny those ancient stones their chance to drink their fill. Remember, if they succeed in opening rifts, the fault is no one's but your own.
Demon blood does a mortal good.
The 1000-Year-Reich ends here!
Points.
Time to trade lead for gold.
Go, my revenants. Put them out of my misery.
Here I am, still fighting my own countrymen. I'm making quite a splash here. Who made this altar? Did the artist sign their name? More power to you, demon! Back to the grave, you rotting bastard!
To us, this is nectar. To you, not so much.
When last you attempted to take that spellbook page, you were thwarted by the void magic that protects it.
Indeed. The power of that spell is one reason we are convinced that the tome page contains a secret to separating Quartifex from his human host.
Well, the Decimator now has the power to blast through the energy anchors, empowering that spell.
But the portal we used to reach that place is back in that frozen city. Must we return there? And be trapped by the containment spell once more?
Forget that. Come on, Vakana. You've got the juice. Open up a portal.
I will. The only question is if our seedling soldiers are ready to do this.
I'll do it. My way.
Good luck, my friends. I fear you will need it.
I sense worlds overlapping. The veil is thin in there.
Craft to Special Forces. I am concerned that the encroachment of dark ether elements into our world appears to be accelerating. The most obvious example is Zabala, the Deceiver, the assassin Cortifex recently summoned. But there are others. For example, the augmenter worms that strengthen Cortifex by corrupting our world.
Headshots. Tried and
Thank
true.
goodness their control runes give away their position. And then there is the Void spell with its energy anchors. Such powerful forms of rune magic were not possible when Von List first joined with Cortifex. Simply put, our enemies are growing stronger. You can see it in the landscape all around you. Dark ether crystals are spreading throughout the land. We may be making progress in our mission, but so are they. We must redouble our efforts if we are to stop Devarheit before it is too late.
Soldiers of Nauticus, by now you are well aware that we face a new adversary on the field of battle. Zabala the Deceiver, one of Cortifex's personal assassins. And you may be asking yourself how she can be here in person without need of an artifact. The answer is that, in a sense, she's not here at all. You may have seen two of her at once, yes? She is the Deceiver, because she can create fully independent copies of herself. The real Zabala remains in the Dark Ether, so each time you defeat her in combat, know that you will see her again. The one consolation is that she feels the pain and demise of each copy she makes. They are connected to her. Each loss hurts. So, her seriously and put her down as swiftly as possible. It hurts her every time. I see you found the Decimator. Now you can die together.
Yes! The Decimator damaged that anchor. Do it again!
Another Sturmflieger finds out the hard way. I am putting on a show.
Feels good to let it out!
Don't rout me.
You just human.
Make your puppets stronger, Cortifex!
Don't make me wait!
This isn't over.
No! Secrets on that page! This is a blow we shall feel for a long time.
Persistence and preparation brought us to this moment.
I look forward to seeing that page. We certainly earned it today.
I'm sharing that we just collected.
Yes, I see it, Bellica. It appears to be what we were hoping for. There may well be a method here to sever the link between Von List and Cortifex.
So, what does that mean for the rest of us?
If Von List possessed such knowledge, why did he not use it against us?
He is not as well versed in rune magic as our good professor.
The better question is, why did Cortifex not deploy that spell to stop us?
These are mysteries that must wait for now. I need time to truly grasp what is on this page.
Then we fight on. But if nothing else, today erased any doubts I had about joining your seedling resistance. I have found my new clan. Let us crush all tyrants and restore our lands together.